Okay, so picture this, young Samuel is serving the Lord under old Eli. Back in those days, it wasn't like God was chatting with everyone all the time. Hearing directly from the Lord was a rare thing, like finding a four-leaf clover. Visions weren't exactly an everyday occurrence either. One night, Eli, whose eyesight was going south faster than a runaway train, was crashed out in his usual spot. The lamp in God's house was still flickering, it wasn't quite morning yet, and Samuel was also asleep in the Lord's house, near the Ark of the Covenant, which was a super holy thing. Suddenly, out of the blue, the Lord calls out, "Samuel." Samuel, thinking it was Eli, jumps up and runs over, saying, "Here I am." But Eli's like, "Hold your horses, son, I didn't call you. Go back to bed." So Samuel does. Then, the Lord calls again, "Samuel." Same thing happens. Samuel rushes to Eli, "Here I am, you called." And Eli, still a bit clueless, says, "Nope, didn't call you. Go lie back down." Now, Samuel was still pretty green when it came to hearing from the Lord. God hadn't really revealed his word to him directly yet. The Lord calls a third time, "Samuel." And again, Samuel pops up and says to Eli, "Here I am, you called me." This time, a light bulb finally goes off in Eli's head. He realizes it's the Lord who's been calling the boy. So, Eli tells Samuel, "All right, go lie down. But if he calls you again, say, 'Speak, Lord, your servant is all ears.'" So Samuel goes back and lies down in his place. Then, the Lord shows up, like he's standing right there, and calls out just like before, "Samuel. Samuel." And Samuel answers, "Speak, for your servant is listening." He finally got the memo. And the Lord lays some heavy news on Samuel. He says, "Listen up, I'm about to do something in Israel that'll make everyone's ears ring when they hear about it. I'm going to bring down the hammer on Eli and his whole family, just like I said I would, from start to finish. I already told him I was going to judge his family forever because he knew his sons were blaspheming God, and he did nothing to stop them. So, I've sworn an oath against Eli's family, their sin will never be wiped clean by any sacrifice or offering. It's a done deal." Samuel stayed in bed until morning and then got up to open the doors of the Lord's house, like it was his job. But he was scared stiff to tell Eli about the vision, it wasn't exactly good news for his mentor. But Eli, sharp as a tack despite his bad eyesight, calls him over. "Samuel, my boy." Samuel answers, "Here I am." "What did he say to you?" Eli demands. "Don't you hide a single word from me. May God strike you dead if you hold back anything he told you." Eli was laying down the law. So, Samuel, with a heavy heart, tells him everything, holding nothing back. And Eli, resigned to his fate, says, "He is the Lord. Let him do what he sees fit." It was like saying, God's in charge, and his will be done. As Samuel grew up, the Lord was with him every step of the way. It was like everything Samuel said or did had weight, none of his words fell flat. And everyone in Israel, from one end to the other, knew without a shadow of a doubt that Samuel was a true prophet of the Lord. The Lord kept appearing in Shiloh and revealing himself to Samuel through his word. It was a new chapter, with God speaking clearly through this young boy. The old guard was fading, and a new voice was rising.